Hi guys, I'm Ken, and today we're going to be looking at r/entitled parents, the page where Karen's probably first originated. Parents that are so entitled that they just make you want to cringe out of existence. And hey, you may notice this is a little different from the usual videos we do, like me and Dane. Don't worry, nothing's wrong. I can literally already feel the comments, and we're not even 10 seconds into the video. Everything's fine. And I also am supposed to be doing solo videos anyway. I just haven't been because me making it with Dane is just so easy. Believe it or not, I got this channel to 3 million by doing solo videos, and I got to make sure I'm sharp. We got to make sure that we're ready to go. Either way, you're going to enjoy the video. Give it a chance. I promise you, it's going to be great. About a year ago, I was running a small video game tournament in a small company I owned. The wait list had a full list of 16 people, and it was fine until one person ruined it all. So we're starting up the games when a dad ran to the store with his son. "We're here for the tournament." "Oh, sorry, but the list is full." "Well, then make some room." I can't do that." "Listen, I can get you fired with the push of a button." "How?" "I've been friends with the CEO of this company for a long time." "Then call him." I watch him take his fake phone call and then hang up. "He says you're fired." "Well, that's funny considering I'm the CEO. Entitled parent look of shock still makes me laugh to this day. "Epic. I'm going to call your boss right now." Yeah, okay, he's fired. Sure, no one's here to close at the shop, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. You didn't let my kid play in the tournament, so you're fired. You can't be like, "Oh, son, you were playing Fortnite for too long when I told you we needed to leave to get to the tournament. Now you can't play." You gotta be like, "I'm going to call his boss and get him fired so no one can play in the tournament." I just saw a lady get tasered for trying to snatch a woman's face mask to give to her child, and her name was probably Karen. We were at the dreaded big box store picking up some potting soil because we're going to DIY ourselves through the isolation. Things aren't crazy here yet, but there's a 2 per customer limit on a majority of items. I assume this means everything, so we're getting 2 bags each of a few different types of soil. My husband is loading the last 8 bags in our cart when I hear her. I know it's a Karen just by the level of unnecessary outrage in her voice. "Are you kidding me?" Not a lot of people out here in the garden center, but we all look at her. I was almost disappointed to see she didn't come with the requisite haircut. She actually looked like a frazzled mom, her kid tugging on her hand, and an overfull handbasket of groceries. I had a moment of, girl, I feel you, but dang it, she was pointing at us. "You can't buy that many. You are hoarding." "Yeah, we can. We're getting 2 each." "Oh, you don't fool me. I know what you're doing." "So do I. F off." I'm just sitting here imagining all the ways I'm going to rock his world tonight. Oh boy, that man standing up. Well, Karen huffed at that, spun around and yanked her kid back inside to go complain to the employees working the register nearby. Now, we'd already paid for our items. The employee had come out and scanned the bags earlier, and he could easily see our cart from inside. So, being finished, we pushed the cart out of the garden center into the parking lot. And then the automatic doors opened behind us, and I hear, "Now they're stealing! Just great!" Wow, this is a Karen. Oh my God. We load the soil in the car and turn around and bring the cart back and look at plants. By the time we get back, Karen has given up on trying to convince the employee we're Bonnie and Clyde of dirt, and is now trying to negotiate skipping somebody in line. She has a child, you see, and her handbasket, well, it's just so full and heavy. Could she please just scooch right in there real quick, and I'll just be an extra second, she swears. The woman Karen is trying to skip is young, maybe college age, and wearing a face mask. Not a medical mask, but the stretchy kind you wear while riding a motorcycle when you're skiing. My husband has just informed me that it's a neck gaiter. The mask is black. We're getting into a lot of details about this mask right here. The mask is black and has scary wolf teeth on it. That honest made the girl look like someone you should not mess with, even though she was wearing a Gap t-shirt and flip-flops. Mask girl is just shaking her head no, and that's all I got as we dropped off the cart. I browse, pick up a couple of plants, and we head inside to wait in line. Now it's showtime. If you didn't think it was showtime yet, now it's showtime. Karen and the mask girl are near the register facing off. No pun intended. From the look of things, mask girl finished her purchase and Karen stopped her before she could leave. I don't know if she grabbed her or anything, but Karen was still holding her full handbasket, so she hadn't even checked out yet. Well, she hadn't paid for her groceries yet because clearly this woman had checked out. But you don't even need it now. You're leaving. My son could get sick and you won't give it to him, and he needs it. Heck no, you can't have it. Back off, lady. But my son really likes it, and it's obviously made for boys anyway. Why would you even want to wear something so scary? Because I like it, and it has my germs on it. Why would you put a stranger's mask on your kid? Why are you being so rude? You wouldn't let us go through the checkout first, and now you're making my son very upset. Your problem, not mine. So this Karen here wants to take the other person's mask and put it on her kid? What? And then the mask girl turns to leave while Karen manifests the biggest balls ever and grabs mask girl by the back of her mask. Whoa. Let me make a side note here. When all this is going down, we're all just standing in line and watching. The register is still going boop, boop, boop as the employee scans the item, but otherwise we're all just inside this hypnotic bubble. Man, that person scanning was like, ugh. But when Karen reached out towards Mask Girl, I was like, the bubble popped and made everything crystal clear. Not slow-mo or anything, but I absolutely felt hyper aware like Spider-Man. Karen reaches out. People on both sides of me inhale loudly. Karen grabs the mask and yanks. A lady on my right yells and my husband steps forward. So getting laid tonight. Mask Girl tucks her head down and she turns to Karen like a pissed off bull with a bright and shiny new target. I think Karen was going to say something, don't walk away from me or something, but all she got out was, don't crack! This is almost as good as some Dr. Phil stuff right here, I'm telling you. I'm into it. I look around because the noise was so loud, I figured the roof was about to cave in. But out of the corner of my eye, I see Karen spasm and drop to the floor writhing. Little Miss Mask Girl had a freaking taser. I don't know when she pulled it out, this tiny little flashlight looking thing, but she had laid Karen out with it. Oh my shit. Oh, and not one of us moved for what like felt forever. Like we were frozen. And then it was freaking bedlam. Security guards show up, more employees show up. Mask Girl is chilling like she's been through this and knows what comes next. The kid screaming that the wolf girl killed his mom, even though she's groaning and sobbing on the floor and clearly not dead, but maybe wishing she was. The people that had been in line with us were all talking at once, trying to tell security guard what happened. We hung around just witnessing the insanity for maybe 2 minutes before Karen started choking out demands for an ambulance, the police, a lawyer, the mayor, restitution, and reparations. My husband made eye contact with the employee and got a thumbs up when he put his plants on a shelf and pointed towards the door. We got the heck out of there. We drove home in silence till my husband parked the car in our driveway, and then we just bust out laughing. Neither of us had ever seen anything like that before. We live in a small beach town. People are super laid back and mellow. Karen was anything but that, and I hope to never see her again. Beautiful. Just beautiful. A tear comes to my eye. Maybe from trying not to laugh so hard through all that, but oh my God. I mean, good on old girl protecting her wolf mask, you know? Who do you think you are, Zap? Got her. I hope Karen got the worst. Well, I don't know what was going through Karen's mind. She's mad that people were like buying more things. She wanted to skip in line. She wanted like a free mask from a stranger. My brain hurts. Do you think Karen deserved it? Let me know down in the comments. This was titled, I don't care if you have cancer. My child deserves your seat. Okay. A little backstory. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer of the nasal cavity stage 2. Oh my gosh. So once, after a long chemo session in the hospital, I took the bus home. There was only one bus that goes from the hospital to where I live. So I took that one only to see it was absolutely packed. I felt like crap thanks to the chemo, so I asked a middle-aged dude to let me sit. He was very understanding and gave me a spot without complaining. If you're reading this, thanks, bro. 2 stops later, enter EM, probably entitled mother. A lovely whale that I... Wow, okay. A lovely whale with an I demand a parlay with the CEO haircut and a 12-some-year-old kid. When I saw her, I knew I was screwed. She then stood next to me and decided to talk to me. This is the conversation that followed. Hey, could you let my kid sit down? You mean me? Who else? I'm sorry, but I'm on my way to the hospital, and so are we. Nonsense. The stop was a few kilometers away from the hospital. My boy just broke his leg and we're coming straight from the ER. Her kid was standing next to her without any support, clearly embarrassed. He's standing next to you completely fine. Look here, boy. I'm a 21-year-old. My kid deserves to sit down. Look, madam, I'm sorry. I just got back from a chemo session in the hospital. I need to sit down and rest. I then moved my wig a bit to let her see my bald head. EM then straight up started yelling in my face. Stop making excuses and get off the freaking seat, you freaking skinhead piece of crap. What? At this point, I was baffled. I didn't know what to say. The kid was trying to make his mother stop, and we had the attention of the whole bus. She then grabbed me and tried to yank me from my seat. I held on tightly and thankfully didn't fall off. Now enter OG, my savior. Here comes the OG, aka old guy. Will you shut the f up, you dumb cow? Who do you think you're talking to? OG with an ice cold voice. Stop assaulting other passengers or I will be forced to step in. Also, every moron can see that dude has cancer. No, he's just a freaking skinhead. He's got no eyebrows, you It seems like that really offended entitled mother because she spun around the spot and threw a falcon punch in OG's face. What, she punched the dude? I was shocked in disbelief. The whole bus was flabbergasted, and the kid probably wished he'd never been born. OG then said something unbelievable and golden. Sweet karma moment followed. Okay, that does it. Harassing people on the bus, physical assault against a passenger, and now assaulting an officer. You're in deep trouble, lady. Oh, is this a police officer? Uh-oh. OG then pulled out a badge and told her to stay where she was. Then he pulled out his phone, called someone, and told her she was being arrested. I couldn't believe it. OG was a bloody cop. At this point, EM was as white as a wall. The bus had just come to a stop, and she decided she'd make a run for it, but other passengers blocked her. She then also got charged with resisting arrest thanks to this. 3 stops later, a police car was waiting for the EM and the EK, which is the kid. EK told me he was sorry for his mother's behavior, and I felt really sorry for the kid. He wasn't a bad child, but his mother was hellspawn. OG then talked to me and asked if I was going to press charges, which I gladly said yes. Took a statement and thankfully was kind enough to let me solve everything on the phone, so I didn't have to come to the police station for questioning. In the end, EM got some jail time, and I think it was a few months and some community service. I, in return, got a good story to tell, the sweet taste of instant karma. Right now, I'm riding on the same bus home, as I just got back from the hospital after a checkup, which reminds me of this. A friend who's sitting next to me told me I should post it here. And as much as myself, also couldn't believe that such people existed, but it seems I proved it to him. Man, also note the surgery went well. I was declared cancer-free in November. My hair slowly returning. Also, I don't need to wear a wig anymore. Yeah, what a happy ending. Karen went to jail. The dude got better? Wow. Disney needs to write a story about this. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Epic. Just epic. I actually really enjoy reading these. Like, I've always kind of previously, like, we did videos that were like this. We always skip the really long ones. But now that I have the opportunity in like a video format to really go through them, I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. Leave a like and all that cool stuff if you do. I witnessed entitled mother getting destroyed. Yes, another one. I saw this today and I can't stop laughing. I was traveling in my city metro. It wasn't that much crowded at the time, but all the seats were occupied. Still, you could freely stand without being humped by a stranger. I think this seems like it has a little bit to do with the last one. All the seats are full. Here comes somebody, right? There was this kid sitting in the reserved seats, the ones for people who had handicaps, pregnant women, old people, definitely not for moms or of 2-year-olds. He was probably 14 or 15, I don't know. He is the hero of the story here. Then at one stop, our EM comes in. She has this cute little child who was trying to keep up with his mom's pace. EM instantly sees our hero sitting in the reserved seat and just stares at him. I guess this was her way to make people automatically give away their seats or something. The kid didn't move though. This probably irked EM a lot, I guess, because she moved towards the kid with heavy steps. She comes near him, stops, and again does the stare. The kid doesn't budge. Nerves of steel. Then she starts screaming. If she didn't have the whole compartment's attention earlier, she had it now. She starts berating the kid for sitting in the reserved seat and not giving it to someone more deserving, like a mother like herself with a young kid. I don't know what her logic was. Seats aren't reserved for them anyways. She just keeps shouting and screaming and tries to get others' opinion on it. For a while, people were on her side. Then the kid, out of nowhere, rolls right side up of his jeans and detaches an artificial leg and keeps it in front of entitled mother. The look on her face was priceless. It looked like she was mortified and embarrassed at the same time. She just backed away silently, got off at the next stop. I don't think it was her stop. Legend has it she's still walking today in disbelief and just shock. Oh my God. It's like a life lesson here. You know, you can't just go up to people you don't even know and start and doing that. Or whatever. You can like go up and there's different ways to handle like, hey, I got my kid with me. Do you mind if I sit here? And then the conversation could have went a lot differently. Probably still in an embarrassing way, but oh my God. Why just like yell at strangers, especially in public? Ugh. Kudos to the guy that sat there and didn't do anything and just silently destroyed an entitled mother. Ooh. She went from being like epic level Karen to like a Susan instantly. Entitled mother wants me to stop treating my young adult children as adults. So a little backstory's in order. I have 2 young adult children living at home, ages 18 and 19. They both work and go to college. Well, they seem like adults. Young adults? Yeah, sure, I guess. I trust my kids. I trust their decision-making skills. When they graduate high school and turned 18, new rules went into place. No curfew. Just call me and let me know if you're going to be out all night, so don't worry. You can call me anytime for a pickup. No questions asked. Just don't do anything stupid and drink and drive. Yes, your SO, your significant other, can sleep over or come over for the weekend. Just let me know what's going on. Pay a small rent during the summer when you're working full-time, and pay your part for the car insurance. Yeah, have some responsibility. So some first steps of responsibility. Yeah, this is like pretty decent parenting to me. Because I don't know, as a parent and as a kid that had parents, I always felt like things that were like overly strict would just like make me want to like rebel that much more. So I feel like this is like a good middle ground. I feel like these are going to be like very well adjusted adults. You have your chores, I have mine. We all work together. I tell them if they're being buttholes and they listen, and in turn, I listen to them. There's very little fighting or arguing to my house. This is their time to spread their wings and learn how to be a responsible adult and have me as a safety net. Lately, one of my kids' significant other have been spending a lot of time over at my house. He's here pretty much all the time. 2 days ago, I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize and answered. And it was my daughter's boyfriend's mother. The other side, the other parent. Hello? You need to tell my kid he isn't allowed over at your house anymore. Who is this? This is Tommy's mother. I already knew what was going on. Oh, Tommy's mom. I have to say, you've raised a great kid. He's always polite and respectful. In fact, look, I don't care what you think about my kid. He's never at home. He isn't spending any time with me. Okay, well, there isn't much I can do about that. Yes, there is. Tell him he can't come over to your house anymore. I want him home. And you set a bad example for my son. Your daughter has no curfew, and I'm sick and tired of hearing how nice it is your house. I miss him, and I want him home. Me speaking very lowly and basically growling into the phone. Are you done yelling at me? I think I stunned her into silence. I have a particular set of skills. I'll take that as a yes. Do you trust the way you raised your son? What? It's a simple question. Do you trust the way you raised your son? Of course I do. What does it have to do with anything? Do you trust him to make good decisions? Yes, of course. She's starting to calm down now. Mother to mother, I know things are not okay at your house right now. Her husband drinks a lot. I'm trying to give your child a safe place when things are not okay at your house. She starts to cut me off at this point, but I won't listen to her. It's not your fault. ... He throws your son out for days at a time, sometimes, doesn't he? Yes. I can hear her choking back tears. Do you need someone to talk to? Would you want to go out to lunch? That way you can feel safer knowing whose house your son is at and that he is safe. That would be okay. We were on the phone for about an hour after that. Ooh, she got that tea, all that drama. Ooh. What started out as an entitled mother was just a scared woman feeling very, very alone. Sorry there wasn't anything righteous retribution, but I think it turned out okay. I'm going to try to get 19-year-old Tommy's curfew changed from 10 p.m. to midnight. Maybe he can stay over the weekends. Oh, man. Tommy. Nice. Interesting. It didn't just like, it wasn't like, you know, revenge. Like, ooh, got a Karen. It was like kind of a touching story there. And then Tommy gets to, like, you know, stay over at his girlfriend's house a little later. You know what I mean, Tommy? Yeah. I hope I can be a good parent as I get older. I'll probably turn into super boomer eventually. Just be like, yeah, back in my day, I didn't have to read Reddit. I just played video games all day and people liked it with very little editing. What am I talking about? I already complained about that. Well, hey. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reading of the Reddit. There's a lot of Reddits to read through. There's a ton of these stories out there, so many. And I would like to keep doing them. If you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that cool stuff. Let me know what you actually think about it. That would be very helpful. And I already know, it's so much more funny when Dane's here. I agree. But this is just a different type of video, and I appreciate your support. We'll see you guys next time. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. I love you, and stay toasty, my friends. Bye.